All right, we're back. Hello for another high value English review video. This is for lesson 7 based on the single word about, which is kind of tricky for students here. And it's actually one of the more difficult or trickier topics to teach. So the video that's down in the description, that's the real lesson where I tried to give many examples and different styles about. But in this video, we'll just do some exercises based on a PDF text that I've given to my local students here. And if you don't have that, don't worry. I will give all of the examples here. There's only 5. Okay, so hope this will be, we'll try to do this more quickly. So number 1, it says, I don't blah 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 much about blah blah blah. So, I hope to take a class on it when I go to university next year. University. Okay, so in this, I think, usually the first one is the easiest one. Then they get more challenging as you go to number 5. So here, the word about is here. Okay, so I don't blah blah much about blah blah. So I hope to take a class. Okay, so there's a hint there. A class about something. A university class about something. So let's say, you could say anything, history, or how do you spell that? Psychology, or, biology. So anything here, any kind of subject title can go here. A university class about this. And so here, another space. So here's the negative verb. I don't something. So I don't something. What could that be? So I hope to take a class. So I hope to learn in the future. So I don't something now. I think the best answer is I don't know. I don't know much. So that means what does that mean? So I don't know much. And, much means a lot. So that same meaning, I know little. I know little. I don't know a lot. I don't know much about this subject. So I hope to take a class when I go to university. So you could say, I don't know much. I don't understand much about history. That means I understand a little bit. I understand little about this subject. I don't know, I understand. I don't, maybe that's it. That's all I can think of. I think that's about it. That's all I can really think. I can't think of any alternatives. Yeah, so I think that those are my 2, those make the most sense. You take a class to understand or to know more. All right, let's go to another one. The Beatles often blah blah about blah blah. And that is why blah 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 are my favorite rock band. So 3, it's getting trickier already. So space. So about is here. So about is here. So here is going to be the noun or subject or topic that's opened. This opening effect, that's how I teach it, that the after about is like a suitcase that's opened by a verb. So let's see, be often blah blah about. So a Beatles subject, I'm going to say the word here. I'm going to say the word, love. Beatles about love. We could say life. You could say, friendship, anything. So the Beatles open these, complex topics. Anything else about love, friendship, life? That's probably enough. So 3 pretty complex topics there. And so what's the verb? So Beatles are a band. So I'm going to say, I think the best one's going to be sing. So using their voice, using their singing voice, they open up these topics, right? You could say other ones, sing or make music. All right. Actually, I guess we should say the Beatles are no more. So maybe this, well, I guess if you listen to the Beatles now on a recording, you could say they sing, but I guess you often sang. They often sang about or made music about. Yeah, I guess that's what you could say. Yeah, so that's up to you. I'm gonna say it's either way. So listen to a song now, you could say sing about, or in the past, the Beatles were together, in the past, they sang about. Either way. So the Beatles often sang maybe their love, and that is why blah blah are my favorite rock band. This is another tricky one. So I gave the hint are, and that is why, that is the reason, that's a later lesson. The word here is going to be they. Oops. What? Oops. Oh, that's strange. There you go. They. All right. Yes. So, yeah, the Beatles are plural. It's plural there, 4 members. So they are my favorite rock band. Now, it is kind of tricky here because they is plural, but band is single. They are a band. Yeah, that, the many becomes the one. So, yeah. Okay, good. Let's keep going. Number 3. I love blah blah about blah blah. So, I usually blah blah them on my iPad. Now this one, yeah, you have a lot of freedom here. So here, again, I think you're getting the pattern. So we can usually start with about. After about is the opening, the noun that is opened by a verb. So usually blah blah them on my iPad. So something to do with an iPad. And let's just put anything in here. Let's say cooking. Let's just choose one. So cooking. So now here's the verb love. So now this is actually a different one. So I love blah blah about blah blah. So actually here, this is going to be another noun, right? This is usually my students, they usually study this style. So let's put this in. I love, books about cooking. So this noun has a subject inside, which is, cooking. So I usually, okay, so this one actually works. Books about cooking. So I usually read them on my iPad because now, yeah, we read books on the tablet. Can we try another one? Let's take them all out. How about, let's say, animals? Okay, so what could be on the iPad about animals? Let's say TikToks. TikToks, that's now a noun. That means a short video. So how do you consume them on an iPad? I usually watch them on my iPad. Okay, so yeah, so this is in the middle now. We've got that typical pattern of a noun about another noun. Okay, So yeah, that shouldn't be too tricky. Let's go to number 4. I completely blah 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 about my little brother's blah blah blah. So he was really disappointed. I blah blah. Oh my gosh. Think of a way to do something nice for blah blah. So oh my gosh, 4. So 4 blanks in here. So again, here's the about. And here there's no verb. There's an adverb. So we can know that a verb goes here. But I think let's start again with the about my little brother's. So here's something a noun should go here. Let's say, I think the most natural one's going to be birthday. Now, what about the birthday? Well, he is disappointed, so not happy. So I think the most natural thing is I completely forgot. I forgot about my little brother's birthday. This is a tricky one too, because we do say this, and but we also just say I forgot my little brother's birthday. So the verb forget, if you imagine it, there's not really an opening or explaining about a more complex topic, but we do say both ways, right? Oh, I forgot my backpack at school. That item I forgot. But we do say that I forgot about my backpack. Well, I don't know why we say either one, but it can be either way is fine. Either way is natural. Both are correct. I forgot about my 20-page essay that is due tomorrow. Now that's maybe there's a difference here. So if you forget about the paper, that means I didn't know the paper was due. So there was no memory of it, no idea of it in my mind. If you say, I forgot my 20-page paper, this one maybe means a little bit, I guess it means a little bit different. This one means I left it at home. So I don't have it. The actual paper copy is at home. I forgot my paper. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? It's case by case. It depends. That's just a lucky slight difference here. So forgot about or just forgot. You know what? I don't know. It's interesting to think about, but anyway, in this case, you could say either one. I forgot my brother's birthday. I forgot about my brother's birthday. So he's really disappointed. I blah blah think of a way to do something nice for blah blah. So nice for, we can say, there's only 2 characters here, I and the brother. So him, nice for him goes there. And here we're going to say I have to or must. Right? I have to or must think of a way to do something nice for him. So that means, this option only, which I think is lesson 3 or lesson 4, those auxiliary verbs. Right? Oh, I have to. There's no other option. All right. Okay, we got to go to number 5. When I walk in the morning, I blah, blah, blah about my blah, blah, blah. And what will happen in blah, blah future? Okay. When I walk in the morning, I blah, blah about my blah, blah. So here we know a noun goes here about my, let's say about my family. Let's put that there. Okay, so walking in the morning, something, again, yeah, family, that's a big topic. We need a verb here. So we're going to, that topic of family, open it up. How? Let's say I think about, right? So the topic of family, you're using your mental power to open it up. And what will happen in blah blah. This is gonna be the future. So future, yeah, future is uncountable, but it's a noun everybody knows. The present, the past, the future. So we don't say a future. I don't think so, unless it's a time travel movie. We say the future. Like there's only one future we are all going toward. So anything else we can say? I think we could say I worry. My family. I anything else? I can't really think of anything else. You could have other nouns here too. About my job. I think of when I walk in the morning. I think about my job, my career. What will happen in the future? My baby, my dog, whatever. Yeah, anything. Literally any topic that is opened in this morning time. Think, worry. What are the other ones? Maybe, how about you change it? So these are mental verbs. How about I scream about my family. So now this is a totally different image. Someone walking alone and then suddenly screaming, like for some reason. Or I cry. Oh no, it's another image. Walking, and then crying. And then in the future. Okay. Last question. There's number one. It's what do you care about most? What do you care about most? So the most important thing you care about. So same style. So I care about my English students the most because without them, I would have no job or career. No, just kidding. Because I want them all to succeed and enjoy studying every day. Okay, so I care about. So again, here's the verb. The topic of students. How this is just a word, students, but then we kind of open this topic by caring. Why? Because I want their success. Okay, and that's it. Those are the answers. Those are the examples. So again, as always, put your own examples down in the comments, and also try to hit the like button if you like this video, and try to push that subscribe button. I think when I say subscribe, there should be a lighting up effect. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video.